Yeah, thank you very much. My name is Joshua, and I'm representing Group 2, where we discussed exhaustively some of the points that need to be worked on. But like the question says, we are looking at the root causes of some of the challenges we have here, but also trying to find practical solutions to those. So I'll start with the challenges.
What are you discussing?
We are discussing teamwork.
Teamwork.
That's our presentation for today. Teamwork, first of all, to remind all of us, teamwork is about working together as a family or as a group. Working together helps us to create stronger teams or teams that can support each other, whether here or out there. Even the teams that we are building while coaching, they purposefully help us to win. We started by talking about winning or losing, or coaches celebrating the win and finding a way to win next time if they were not able to, if they lost a previous match. But let me go straight to these points. And I want to start with the challenges. We came up with only 4 challenges, but we thought they are core in the improvements that we want to make in Dream Team Academy. I also have to remind you, by the way, that by extending our boundaries, we are Dream Team Football Academy, but we are trying to look into other forms of sports to help reach out to the community more. So by now, some of us know that we have introduced our basketball chapter, and maybe we will add some more others later. So soon, probably the name will change from Dream Team Football Academy to something different. But point number 1 is about communication. We think that communication is very important if you want to achieve some of the goals that you set up. Communication may be done in different forms or different ways. Using our phones, which is a digitalized era, using our internet, or sending out letters, emails. The question should be, are we all able to access internet? Do we all have phones that we can pick those calls? Can we respond to those calls if someone called you late in the night to inform you that tomorrow you have practice? Or several other questions that we all have individually. We thought that communication is a challenge because there are many times that it comes out late to the team members or to the people who are going to conduct these classes with our sports programs. If the communication comes late, for example, comes in the night, and someone is needed in the morning, it may be a challenge to some people who have maybe other responsibilities. Challenge number 2 is time management. And here we want to mention a few more minor points under there. Time management during the lessons or the classes. Time management, especially with those in charge of materials. And also time management when it comes to maybe several other events that we have in Dream Team. We think that it is a challenge, yet for an effective lesson, the time is very important because it helps you to know how to introduce the lesson, explain or deliver the lesson, and also conclude the lesson and go home. Number 3 is organization, which is not very good, or which you could say poor organization in some of the things. With the organization, we focused mostly on how the activities are done. It is one thing having a proper program or curriculum, but also it's another on how you're delivering that curriculum, because a lot of people are giving these curriculums here and there, but how you're doing it and making sure you're assessing to see that curriculum is delivered to these children, plus the parents that come to see what we are giving to their children out here. The poor organization in some of the sports that you will hear, of course, other groups mentioning, is one of the challenges we have here. But lastly, we have a point about internal conflicts. These internal conflicts may not be necessarily here, but we think that in all communities where we are diverse, in culture, in age, maybe in several other points, we have a challenge that there is usually a conflict. Someone, for example, may be late today, tomorrow doesn't show up, another day something else happens. If you try to talk to those people, the response is maybe poor, or it is bad, or it is not good enough to convince you as a team leader on how to help the program run without being affected. Yeah, so it is a very big challenge of small conflicts that may be in here. So we suggested some practical solutions, and I would like to go over them. Point number one is improving communication. Definitely, we will need to think about how everyone gets the message and on time. Get the message whether on the phone or in those other ways that we can use to make sure everyone understands that we have something going on, and then we show up. We can improve communication by making effective phone calls, by calling and giving enough time space so that in this city of Kigali, even someone who is coming from Nyamirambo or wherever can easily get to the program and do it effectively. But point number two, we talked about thinking about communication fees. We have a WhatsApp group where team leaders or team members are connecting. Maybe if we think about also facilitating them with communication fees, it may help to solve the first point and this second point here of time management. If you have to call your friends that you're living in the same zone, to call them about changes in the program, it becomes more easier knowing that we have those people, our people have enough communication fees or a way that they can communicate to each other. We also thought that we can think about creating team leaders. And team leaders are having small groups within us that can work together as a whole team, but small groups in a way that if we are 5, for example, we have these categories as under 18, under 15, under 12, things like that. If you have, for example, 5 coaches leading the U12 group, and then you have a team leader of those coaches in that group, and then you have a team leader of U18. Even the coach that comes from the communication that comes from Miss Evelyn or Mr. Jacques or whoever is helping with our administration, sometimes someone may fear to reach out to Coach Jacques directly, or they may not reach them to say, I have a challenge here, I'm not able to come, or I'll be late, or something. But with the team leaders, it becomes more easy. I can tell the person I'm with in the same group, please communicate or deliver my message that I'm not going to be able to make it on time. And then it will help us to have stronger teams which are connected together in the same group. Lastly, we thought that on the part of conflicts, we have very many ways that we can resolve conflicts, including dialogue, including having regular trainings like these ones, which help you to improve professionally. But there is another point about team building activities. And these ones include having those events which are not necessarily to have the kids come and play, but they can even be events that can include me. I was having a lighter conversation with Mr. Jacques earlier when you talked about your playing days. And then I was like, oh, maybe we need to also think about matches between our players and coaches, you know? But that is an example of team building activities, that the kids and the coaches will know how to work together and even support each other in our strengths and weaknesses, you know? If we have such team building activities improved or increased, maybe this issue of conflicts here and there may be sorted out in one way or the other. Because we really think that these team building activities, or you can call them social events, they can be helpful. Now we have a commemoration period going on. If we have a commemoration program and all our members are able to attend, we connect. If we have community outreaches, going out to educate the other youth in the different parts of the city or even the country, we go out there, but our main purpose is to deliver a message about drug abuse, which is very common in sports today. Maybe it's about abstinence, which is very common among the youth today, that a lot of diseases are getting spread, like HIV and several others, as a result of the activities and how the world is moving very fast. But imagine if we move as a team, we go to the community We want to talk to the community, but we are not just going to go and talk. We want to do some activities with the community. After that, we play with the community. Even the person that I don't connect with in our group or in our team will easily feel the responsibility of working together as a team. Those are the few points that we came up with. Sorry, I was trying to run very fast so that we can use the time very well.
Can we appreciate Joshua and Group 2?